Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the second video in our series providing a tutorial for using the free-flowing rivers analysis toolbox. In this video, I will guide you through the input data, providing a brief description of the files we will be using to run the tool. So let's get started. In our previous video, we extracted the compressed folder contents, and we opened the input data ArcMap document. That's the ArcMap document I'll be using to run this tutorial. However, you can use any ArcMap document you wish, as long as you have access to the contents of the compressed file folder that we extracted in the previous video. You can either access this through the home directory if you're using the input data MXD, or you can establish a folder connection to the folder containing the compressed file folder's contents. So with that, I'll begin to describe the contents contained within the tool. So here we have the template MXD. This is an ArcMap document that is used to create the output map results. It's recommended not to remove this file from the directory containing the toolbox, as removing the template document will impact the tool's ability to produce the output mapping results. Users are able to make alterations to the template document to change how the tool symbolizes its results. However, this functionality will be covered in a later video in this series. It's also noted that the template document should not be used as a working document, and instead the input data document or another ArcMap document should be used to run the tool. So that brings us to the input data document. Again, that's the ArcMap document I am using to run this tutorial. However, you can use any working document you'd like. Next, we have the free-flowing rivers analysis toolbox, and within there we have the tool itself that we'll be using in this tutorial to conduct our analyses. Next, we have an output folder. This folder is currently empty. That's because we haven't conducted any analyses yet, but this is the file folder where we'll be storing the output results of the tool. Lastly, we have the data folder. In here we have a geodatabase containing example data, as well as a tutorial config file. A config file is an alternative method for parameterizing the tool's parameters, and this will be covered in a later video in this series when we begin to use the tool itself. So let's take a look at some of the example data we have. So in here we have a barriers feature class, benchmark rivers, lakes, and streams. All these are currently added to the input data documents table of contents. So we'll start with the barriers. These are barriers to water flow throughout our study region. Next we have benchmark rivers. These are rivers that have been determined to be free-flowing by an expert or a research article. These benchmark rivers are used by the model as a form of validation to compare whether the model's output results for these rivers are in agreement with expert opinion. Next we have lakes. These are the locations of lakes throughout our study region, and these are used in calculating the sediment trapping index. Lastly, we have streams, and this is the stream network for which we will be conducting our analyses. So with that introduction to the example data, we are now ready to conduct an analysis for our case study region, which will be covered in our next video.